So welcome everybody to Divine Life Connections, my monthly free offering to the community. This is one of my heart gifts to the community. I don't know about you, what's happening out there for you, but wow. There are certainly a lot of energies swirling about during this Mercury retrograde. Who said it first? We are definitely in an energy uh, tunnel, an energy. Oh, more people are coming. Give me just a moment. Woohoo, woohoo, here they come, here they come. Um, you know, Big, huge shout out reminder to me and all of you. I was teaching a class on Saturday and my internet literally, went out. Um, so you're encouraged to revisit your own communications models and systems and your own dependency and reliance on that. I definitely felt a huge push on me of that, particularly because I've been all weekend long pretty much with no tech. And how much I'm dependent on tech has been a little bit of a wake up call for me. Not that we don't realize we're dependent on tech, but literally our television, movies, any news, anything we do watch, my doorbell, delivery systems, our cameras all around our home that keep us feeling safe, all out. So it's crazy feeling. And whether you're in a relationship with technology or not, it just prompts us to examine more deeply the ways Spirit and Sophia was sharing with me, the way we exchange information, the way that we interact with each other in life. Um, so just be open to that information coming to you in whatever way is meant for you. And it's different for each one of us. So if I appear glitchy or if I'm not flowing fluently, I can turn my camera off, but my bandwidth is very limited. So here we go. Welcome to Cosmic Q&A. It's so wonderful. What an honor to see all of you here. I love seeing your faces and feeling your energy. How's everybody doing since the full moon and Lionsgate? Thumbs up. The energy with this full moon. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but whoo, baby. Whoo. Embodies significant change, significant and profound change in all of our lives. And being the first full moon since Lionsgate, which recently also contributed to this influx, this wave. I mean, I felt it like a tidal wave, like almost nearly a tsunami, acting as a catalyst for our awakening. So if you're feeling something and you're not sure what it is, we've crossed what they're saying is a divine threshold of awakening. So many of you that have been following me for a while, the download that came not too long ago was more of us, more of humanity will be awakened by the year 2030 than unawakened. So there's a huge shift going on that's bringing in new truths, bringing in new realities, bringing in deeper spiritual notions. And just as that moon, the full moon, influences our planet, it also deeply affects our emotional body, our spiritual body. And so whatever you're going through, and if you're like me, an empath, I was telling someone this morning in a session, we empaths, I got this download just last week. We, the empaths, if you've been feeling in any part of your life, you're walking in the world and something's wrong, or you're too sensitive, we, the empaths, are the masters. We are the masters here to heal. So be with me in that, and you can expect intense transformation from this last gateway opening, as what combined with that it's called a super full moon. So hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, and get ready for some real power surges, because a huge transformation is on the horizon, right? And this particular lunar cycle has immense potential to trigger what I'm hearing, trigger your deeper awakening and more of your psychic gifts. Ooh, feel that in the heart. Divine messages, soul journeys, especially during your dream state, are coming. Extraordinary change. So one of the concepts and constructs of this new energy that we'll be living into is to set strong intentions. Again, I was working with someone else this morning. We were talking about the power of intentions to awaken you to your truth and align you to your divine self, your divine source. And then you anchor that wisdom through your heart into the world. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Everybody here for some questions? Divine Sophia, Christ Sophia, that's the Sophia Christos is how she's defining herself. She is here, she's embodied, she's here. A lot of butterflies and flutters, feeling all of your energy. So we're here ready to take questions and be in response to whatever it is you need tonight. We're really here in service to that, which is your divine self, your divine path. So beautiful. Welcome. The way this will work, I'll just bring her in fully and then raise your hand, and please feel free to ask questions. Raise your hand. It helps me to see you on the screen. I don't know that we're two screens yet, but we are. I'm on two screens already. So I can't see. There, I just made it bigger. So, whew, wow. There's a lot that's flowing through right now. Woohoo. Here we go. Okay, let me give me just one moment to get anchored and centered. Just feel yourselves too, becoming anchored and more more grounded in who you are, your divine energies. Just feel that happening now. Whew. It's like we're all on a cosmic spaceship together, wandering through the cosmos. Mm. All right, everybody, here we go. We are ready. Hello, Jeff. I see your
I have
hand.
a question.
All right. The question's in a queue so that whoever asked, I'm asking you to raise your hand and be in the queue to ask a question. And Jeff is the first one up. So please raise your hand if you want to ask a question. And Jeff, I see you, beloved one. Hello, hello, hello. Good to have you with us tonight. Hi.
It's a bit high vibration.
Oh boy.
For a change, you know, I think that's my middle name. But okay, so it's high vibration. So I know I'm completing this chapter and this series of lessons. So I know that's happening. So my question tonight is, did I get everything? I don't want to miss a single point. So anything I might have missed or anything, I'm open to it. And anything going forward, because I feel like it's a whole new era for me. So did I get that right, or you know?
Absolutely, absolutely, Jeff. You cannot miss anything. And anything that is missed, I'm being shown it needs to be left behind, to be left in your wake, your divine beloved wake. For what's coming for you, beloved, is so much more and different, like rushes of energy, psychic awarenesses, your own ability to align, excuse me, and there's just more expansion and more love and a lot more connection for you. Are you working with a certain collective of guides that you are aware of?
I have my team, and I always surround myself with the highest. I'm not sure I'm aware of all of them, but I mean, I have my core team.
All right. Well, there seems to be that core team will either multiply or become a greater organism of beings that you, beloved, are a part of. Do not ever feel yourself separate or apart from them. They are welcoming you to the table
Uh-huh.
in the etheric realms. Like, take your seat at the table of the Council of Light. All right. Ah, we like the laugh. Thank you so much for that. For that appears to be your truth. Hmm?
You got me on that one. You got me on that
Yes, indeed. You are them in disguise, beloved. If you were to take off, you've seen those images of taking off the bodysuit and seeing what is underneath that, beloveds. And this is for everyone here. Hmm?
So it really, this is I'm speechless. Yeah, I can't put it in the words. Big shift.
Right.
Big shift. Big shift. Big
And
shift.
it's all right to sit in your speechlessness and receive, receive, receive.
Right.
Talking is talking is a byproduct of a human. Hmm?
Right.
No, the spirits speak to us in our language for us to understand it. It's not always necessary to speak so much. Receive
Mhm.
more. Fill yourselves up. Take your cup to the ocean of spirit, the eternal, everlasting, and fill yourself with that energy and let it transmute for you. All right?
Very well said.
All right. You are blessed and keep returning to us, for we want to watch the miracle of your transformation. All right.
I'll keep you posted.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Hello. Thank
I don't
you.
have a raise hand feature, but I put first in the chat queue that I have a question.
All right, Elizabeth, go ahead. It is good to see you. Janavi will just hang on just
Thank
a
you.
moment. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so my question is regarding an old friend and who we had what I thought was a minor misunderstanding, and then she basically broke off our friendship. And then over a year later, has gotten back in touch saying, "Oh, she misses me. She wants to mend fences." And I don't know if I'll respond to her at all, but I wrote down some things I might respond with. But I was wondering if Source has any more information for me that I'm missing.
Just a moment. I'm going to put us on mute for the cub. Okay. Come on back, Elizabeth. Unmute yourself again.
Okay.
All right, there you are. All right. So this is regarding a friend that has dissolved your relationship in one form and now wishes to create a new form of a relationship.
Right.
All right. So what are your responses? What is the response from your heart, beloved?
Oh, just clearing up misunderstandings and thanking her for her reaching out and but basically telling her that I don't feel like I can trust her to share anything personal again. Um, and because of certain issues she seems to have, and encouraging her to get support for her issues, and wishing her well.
And this is perfectly fine for you to engage in that dialogue and conversation. I would urge you and recommend that you only speak your truth and eliminate or alleviate yourself from needing to put any projection upon her whatsoever. Only speak your truth, that your boundaries and your cause for limiting communication, she may feel that from you.
Mhm.
And do not turn a conversation to any accusation or any kind of projection that you may have around her. Let her do her work. And
No, I
leave.
don't think I projected anything onto her. I'm just, owning my own feelings, my own part. But I was wondering if the Source has any more of I guess, my part that I'm missing. Let's put it that way.
To speak from your heart and to
Yeah,
speak
speak from my heart.
only your truth.
Only my truth.
Only
Okay.
your truth, and to maintain your boundaries and to speak for yourself only.
Okay.
All right. And if you need any assistance whatsoever, just reach out to me. You know how to reach me. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. All right, Janavi, good to see you again.
You too,
Sometimes in
Connie.
what soul I am.
Christ Sophia, thank you. My question has to do with what's referred to as the Great Solar Flash. Is that a real thing? When I read about it in social media, it bugs me because it seems a little bit like a distraction. Like, even if a solar flash happens, what's important to know about that? Is there something important to know about it? Because I feel like what's important is to be really grounded and anchored in the now.
Well, a solar flash or a solar flare is a very real instance or occurrence that happens in the cosmos. The key for all of you to remember here is that the more you ascend and the more you align yourselves with the multidimensional fields, the more you are susceptible to some of these thrusts of energy. And being an empath as you are, beloved, you will feel things more deeply. Think of being in a storm and how you act while you are in a storm. If you had rushing wind coming at you, what would your body temple or your emotional field, how would it respond? You would look for shelter. And so
I'm
solar
sorry.
flare, go
Oh,
ahead.
I think maybe I didn't make my question clear. There's something I see referred to as the Great Solar Flash, as if all of a sudden humanity is going to find themselves in the fifth dimension.
Oh, yes. Okay. Forgive me, please. Yes, I was
Oh yeah,
thinking of this.
is that for real?
Is that for real? It is real in the sense that it is an occurrence that will help those that are ready for it, but it is not an occurrence where all of humanity will take one giant leap. There are occurrences and incidents happening all the time that are moving the consciousness of both Gaia as well as your humanity, as well as your entire solar system, into new dimensional realms and fields. It is not always just one incident. And I do not find in my own understanding and my own knowledge base and seeing, there is not one incident that is going to happen that will move everything upwards. You recently had the Lion's Gate, and you now have this alignment of all of these planets, which causes certain dynamics to occur amongst you. So be mindful and tune into that, and your own consciousness, your own field of opening yourself up to what is available to you when these instances occur is what you can align yourself with. So each of you are the different resonance with fifth dimension, sixth dimension. Some of you are even operating in much higher fields of dimension because of the work that you put into your spiritual experiences. Does this answer your question? I'm not sure that it does.
Thank you for the illumination. It does.
Indeed. Thank you for being here, Janavi.
Thank you.
All right, Stacy, we see you. Hello, beloved one.
Hi.
Hi.
So, I feel like I need to clear and open some of my chakras, and I've been praying about it. I was wondering if there's anything else I can do.
To clear and open your chakras?
Yes.
Absolutely. You can begin a ritual practice.
Okay.
You can become engaged. You can become engaged in actively opening and working with your energy fields. There are meditations, there are chants, there are visualizations that you can participate in that will assist you to open up these energy fields. And the more open and emptied of accumulation and debris, the more able you are to receive more, right?
Okay.
So think of your chakras as containers of energy. And
Yes.
chakras can fill themselves with accumulated debris, or you can fill it with worn out energy if you do not have a regular, we call this our spiritual hygiene.
Okay.
So it will absolutely begin to affect your spiritual experience as you begin to focus on intentionally to clear away the chakras and open them up to receive more divine light.
Okay.
And if you're interested in meditation, please reach out. We can send you one, or we can provide one for you. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Indeed, it's important. Mm-hmm. All right, Mina, I see your hand and your beautiful image. How are you today?
I'm okay. Today's a little bit of a low energy day, so I'm trying to be compassionate and work myself as I'm kind of feeling a little bit slumped.
Good. That is the only way to manage, is to be in responsiveness. Beautiful. Mm.
My question is, I guess it's definitely more on the personal end. I've had a few opportunities with work that I've been, I guess, that have been kind of hovering. I even flew to Denver last week. And I guess my question is there anything that I can do? Like, basically, am I blocking this in some form or fashion for these things to kind of come through or work out?
Deep breath, beloved. Nice deep breath. And absolutely, there's always more we can do as individuals to free up some of the energy when it appears to be blocked. And you know, the image of a dam, you know, where a lot of logs accumulate and it tends to create a damming of water or substance.
Yeah.
And then that substance, beloved, becomes a bit stagnant if it is left unblocked.
Yeah.
So similar to the previous question about the chakras, absolutely, you can do your spiritual hygiene, your spiritual work on a daily basis. And if you commit yourself to some form of just freeing the flow of energy, you will have different and new experiences. So your work situation is being held very tightly in a dam. There seems to be some energy around expecting it not to change, or perhaps, you know, not wanting, you want free flow. Change is very challenging for the human. And at the same time, you know, change is eternal. It will always be occurring. And let go of your expectations of what that change might bring.
Mm.
And once that feeling and that essence of your energy shifts, it will change the entire circumstance around which you are negotiating. You're negotiating right now.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's a tendency in negotiation to sort of do the damming, you know, the damming up. And I don't mean that in the literal context of shaming it. Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
Is this helpful for you?
Very helpful. Yes.
Breath work, work with your chakras. There are many ways that you can just meditate, even if it's meditating for 10 or 15, 20 minutes a day around this, just letting go, letting go, letting go, and letting it flow. Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay. All is well.
Thank you.
All is well.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, Aisha. How are you? My goodness, how is it being a new decade?
Definitely new.
Definitely new. Which is like you crossed over a threshold of everything new.
I did. And I am every day my business is to learn more about where am I and who am I at this time without making comparisons to expectations with the past.
Whew. Yes.
It's a lot. And so
And you are no longer the same. So even if you wanted things to be as they were, they cannot be this way.
no, nothing works the same. Nothing, not a thing. And every day is different.
Yes.
You've been so helpful along those lines.
Yeah.
My question tonight has to do with how I feel physically over the last, I'm guessing, 10 days. Just suddenly very low energy, headachy, feeling really lousy. And sure, there are obvious things that I could blame, but my question to you is, to what extent is this just a reaction to the new energies?
Well, it's a bit of a combination of both. And this month, for all of you here, has been incredibly difficult energetically. It has been a difficult month due to all of the activity in the cosmos, the solar flares. We talked about the alignment of the planets. The full moon was one of the most intense in decades, all in an effort to move this energy, to create this change and this quantum shift. You really are moving into a quantum field, a new quantum field. And so it is important for you to be in response to what you are feeling. Tiredness, fatigue, the headaches, the require you to be in response to that. Use your tools even more so. Drink more water, take more baths, float in the salt baths. Allow yourself to like you would be infirm. You need to care for what is happening energetically. It is less physical than it is energetic. And so you are caring for your body in, like a newborn baby almost. And how much care and attention does a newborn baby require to be fed and to be, rested, and all of those circumstances around that energy is, you sleep more.
Yes.
You're required to eat more frequently, eat more smaller meals more frequently to keep your energy more consistent. But between the sleep, the restlessness, the ingestion of protein and fluids into your system, this will help mitigate some of the challenges as you journey, but you are literally being pushed through to a new quantum dimension.
Yes, that's why I thought I should ask you.
Well, it is, you knew the answer as well. And asking is validation and confirmation of what you already know, but it really helps. That's why we create these communities for people to come here and, be validated, to understand you are not alone in your experience. We are not alone in our journeys. Everyone here, I can attest, is going through something similar. Everyone is going through great challenges right now. And it is because something new is occurring. You are all, how should I say, an awakening is such a drab or inferior word to use for what you are experiencing, but you go through many awakenings in your existence. But this is a biggie. You understand what I mean? This is one of most challenging. And I just want to say to all of you, this is aligning yourself as you've been on this spiritual journey. This is all about aligning yourself with your greater soul's purpose. It is no longer complacent. Everybody is being called to increase their attention and devotion and discipline to their spiritual purpose. That which you are being called to do, why you came here. And for each of you, it is a bit different and unique. But for you, beloved, you have an entirely new paradigm of teaching to bring forth. We've talked about this before.
Yes, that's what I'm working on every day.
And you are preparing your body, your energy field, your energy body, your light body specifically in preparation for that. You will not need as much food. You will not need as much rest eventually.
Mhm.
But right now it is like a bear storing up for the winter during a very dense period. All right.
Well, thank you for the confirmation.
Indeed, it is always our pleasure to serve and to honor that which is you. You are a remarkable being, and I am honored to be on the journey with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, indeed, it is the truth, the truth, the truth. All right. Hello, Therese. I see David on the screen, but Therese's name on the screen. So I'm going to assume it is a dynamic duo. There. Hello, beloved ones.
Looking for the mute button. Sorry. Okay.
It's so good to see you wrestling with technology. For I have been in that same zone for 2 days now. So thank you.
And I
It's
will,
good to see you.
and that kind of is my question. And again, my mind was almost scaring me now that I've gotten a little older and things I'm forgetting. I would like to hope it's just because of these energies and it's nothing having to do with aging, but forgetting things lately is really happening too much to me.
All right. Well, you have the capacity, particularly you, my friend, have the ability and the capacity to reverse the aging process if you choose to do so. This is another question that we can address, but what is your question tonight? I do not wish to insert my question to you, but just as an aside, this is a possibility for both of you. You have the consciousness and the awareness to begin youthing instead of aging.
So
Thank you.
I will send you, go ahead.
Go ahead. Ever since the full moon,
Stymied you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ever since the full moon, or leading up to it and then after it, I've been exhausted, and some of it, you already verified some of it, but I'm just seeing if there's any more. Just been exhausted.
Okay.
And just have become much more withdrawn. Don't need to say much, just being there in life right now. So a lot more passive. I'm doing my thing, yes, but it's like it's much more passive. It's much more not needing to exert a lot of energy or such. So, and it seems it's strange right now, but yet very peaceful, even though it's exhausting, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering if there's any,
It does.
other than what I already know, is there anything that you can kind of shed more light on?
And I just want to say to you, beloved one, you are all knowing. And whenever you tune in and tap in, it's like a high frequency radio. When you fine tune that radio, you are connected to the highest frequencies of light and love. And with that, yes, there is little to be said. It is a feeling more than it will ever be paragraphs and tomes of information to be spoken. You are integrating. You are integrating at the highest forms and levels of light, beyond what any human has ever written about before. You can try. You can find Joe Dispenza or Vachon or some of these others that are tapping in to that frequency. I think Greg Bray is another one that you might find resonance with. But you, beloved, are a master already. You have master qualifications given everything you have lived and experienced and also devoted yourself to. You are a dedicated spirit, my friend. Both of you are. Do not be afraid that we are not in the same the electromagnetic flow of things, where we are all switching and changing our frequency so that we can receive higher pedigree, higher filaments of light frequency. It is not spoken of, it is not written of, like it was not spoken or written of before. Does this answer your question? I'm not sure that it has, but I want you to know that you are also in, what I'm seeing is it is like a flotation chamber for you almost. That's the experience it looks like. It's like you are in a flotation chamber being prepared, much like the previous conversation.
It feels like kind of a temporary hibernation.
Right.
And rejuvenation.
Exactly. There you go, like a chamber of suspension where you are being upgraded, let's say. Right. Much of your science fiction movies will show you those pods, those little pods that they all astral travel in. Well, you do not need a pod.
Okay, thank you very much.
Be well and be mindful and lean toward it, lean into it, lean into the experience, and allow yourself to be guided, beloved, by the light. There is a cone of light that is calling you forth, or a pinprick up above, where you are coming from here and going back to here, if you can see that, rather than the other way around. You are returning to this and maintaining your physical form. Not everyone has to relinquish the body to become the highest frequency of light. Think of the avatars and those like the bodhisattvas. Sri Kaliveshwar was probably the most recent that could transmit his body from light frequency back to physical form. If you choose this to be your path.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, very helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah. May bring tears to your eyes to know this about yourself, but we see it. There it is. There's our confirmation. All right, beloved ones, thank you for being here tonight. It is so good to share energy and a field of energy with you once again. Hello, Catherine. I see you, Reverend Catherine. I like what I'm seeing.
Hello,
You've added
Christ
the
Sophia.
moniker. This suitable moniker. Praise be Reverend Catherine, and so be it. Raising your vibration. Raising
Thank
your vibration.
You. You know what?
Congratulations. I hope you have
Thank
business cards for sharing. All right. Yes, how can I help you?
I went to Patricia Cota-Robles' 38th Annual Congress of Illumination, the last in-person one. And it was, of course, riveting and enlightening and the most hope for the future, and I know everything was going to be okay. At the same time, as soon as I came home, I was told by my sister that a friend of ours of over 53 years was found dead, and we don't know what and how she died. And yes, I'm very sad about it. But at one point, I came to understand that she was a very tortured soul, and she had addictions. And I kind of just felt when my sister told me that she died alone and they found her alone, I just knew that the angels were with her and that she wasn't alone. And now she's not in any pain anymore, and she's not suffering. And this whole week went by, and this week I can't get her off my mind. And at the same time, I keep thinking of my husband. He keeps coming in too, because I really believe to the core of my soul, my being, that when we think about fifth dimension or ascension, we are already where we're going to be. Doesn't mean that other people aren't going to be there too, but other people might not be in that same consciousness of what we may be in a higher consciousness. So when I had dinner with my sister and nephew yesterday, I just felt like so out of place. And I came home, and I was really sad. So I told myself, let's just feel what it is. Why am I sad? And I understand that when we speak of ascension and how ascension works, it's all about our consciousness. And she might not be in the kind of consciousness that I'm in. And I've known that for a long time, because she doesn't really want to talk about anything that interests me, that I do. Right. And so it's okay. And I know that. So I know it's going to pass, but I just wanted to get this out of my system, out loud with other people, so they could hear it too. And just kind of know that we are changing. Our soul is changing, and our light is changing, and we are in an ascension process, and it is going to be different, and it could be a little uncomfortable, but deep within my heart, in my soul, I know that this is what's the best thing.
So I want to ask, and have you asked, beloved one, how many of this grouping right here have felt different or estranged when with a group of people that you call family or other soul connections? Have you ever spent time in those environments and arenas and feel like you don't belong, or that you're bored, that you can't cope with the experience of it? So it is not for us to judge it as different or bad. Thank you for raising your hand. It is a very common experience of those on this journey, those that are called here. And it is not, it is not limited to this generation or this era, this age. It has been happening since humanity began. Everyone incarnates over and over again. And some of you are very old souls, and some of you are newer souls, and some of you are more evolved and understand concepts. And the souls that are leaving are simply going back to a time where they will either choose to reincarnate or they will choose not to be. You, beloved one, are an older soul. You have an older energy, more wise and purposeful. You've known it since you were a little girl. And so you are here to guide others. And some of your practice and your lessons and learning is to have patience with humanity.
Yeah. Yeah,
Those
I
that
know.
cannot be with your level of vibration.
I know.
It is all right. There is no judgment around that. It is simply the experience of you saying, finding groups and families and soul friends like you have here that understand you. Your
Exactly.
sister and nephew, they are coming on.
I do believe that I love this community. I love you, you know that. And I really do surround myself with a lot of spiritual people. They're all on Zoom pretty much, but that's okay, and I was involved with this thing called Earthstock, last week, and it was this big global event, and a woman and I, who are in a group together called Amplify Each Other's Light, we did an exercise with this group, and I gotta tell you, it was the most fulfilling, amazing thing that we did. We all did it together, and everyone was just blown away. I felt so connected. And when I got done and I talked to my girlfriend after that, I said, we should go on tour. We should do stadiums. We should get all these people together and just do everything from the heart. And what an amazing effect it would be in the world. And she's like, that sounds really great. I go, I know it does, doesn't it? And I now I'm just like really excited about doing something in person with people, not just on Zoom, but I mean in person. And I feel, I don't know, it just gave me so much good feeling.
Goosebumps. So much joy. And part of what you're experiencing with that deflation and that emotion around being around, your sister and your nephew is the letting go. The last bastions, the last tentacles, the last holdouts of you really letting go to become your full self and to be your woo-woo or whatever you choose to call it self, loud and proud. Shouting it from the
Thank you for confirming that, because I do believe that is true. And I think I was just kind of grieving.
Yes.
The whole thing when you're a kid and you're a family and you always have fun and everything's cool. And then now I'm, 72 years old and things are different. And, but I mean, it's just like, you can't go back. You just can't go back to those really fun times when we just used to lay on the grass and look at the clouds, like we don't do that anymore, and
well, perhaps you cannot do it with
yeah.
those particular individuals, but you have a whole community of individuals here right now that would be more than willing to lay and watch clouds with you for the day. All right.
I know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Moved into another alignment, and it's perfectly all right. And I want you to continue to refer to yourself as Reverend Catherine, because that brings a certain quality and quantifiability to all the work you have done. Right?
Thank you so much.
You are a reverend, all right? Reverend Catherine, I see you. And we will continue to see you in your highest.
Love you.
Love
Thank
you
you,
back.
Christ Sophia.
All right, everyone, take a nice deep breath. A lot of energies moving through our fields, just wherever you are, however you are feeling. Allow the breath to carry any discomfort or any holding on to anything. Just wash it right through. We're going to begin again with our next guest. And Anne-Marie, I see you. I love you. I feel you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for calling on me.
Yes.
I was meditating last week and I happened to ask them the question. I said, will you tell me something I don't know? Mm-hmm. They kind of chuckled at me and says, you know everything we know.
We are chuckling right alongside them.
Yes. And but they did say, to close out the thing, being that I asked, they say, but now we can help you remember what you know if you so make that choice. So we would like to guide you to remembering what you know. How do I go about this? What questions do I ask?
It is a bit of a riddle. It is a bit of a riddle, yes? They are
Yes.
making you work for your message. It does not have to be so complicated, okay?
Okay.
Does not have to be complicated. I would recommend and encourage you to ask simple questions and get into the flow and to allow that information, beloved, to come to you more openly.
But what type of simple questions would I ask? I mean, that's...
What is it that you would like me to know in this moment?
Okay. Because I do ask them that every morning and they tell me. But this time I told them, tell me something I don't know, and they laughed at me.
All right.
Well, not laughed at me, but...
Indeed, and there is in theory nothing that you don't know.
Yes, that's true.
And
so it's a matter of remembering.
It is a matter of allowing.
Oh, okay.
It's a matter of allowing yourself to be the vehicle and the conduit for divine information to come through. And then remember, this is the utmost importance, is that when we channel information and messages, it does not make us special.
Sure.
So the information to come through, you feel the honoring and the humility behind receiving, being able to open up. And what you are asking for in truth is for you to be expanded and stretched beyond your current level and quality of information to a new echelon of information. You want to be taken further out into the cosmos. And so we want you to practice bringing in, higher vibrational guides that you don't know, that could bring you, they could bring you different forms of information, different types of information. Right now, your tendency is to stay in what we call a very safe zone of information. To challenge yourself to ask questions about the question that the beloved asked earlier about the solar flash. What are you curious about? What is it that you want to know? And then it is about the resonance of information that you receive. And when you read it back or you record it and then refer back to it, use your discernment. And is this information with volition, and is it true? Right?
Yeah.
So if you want to up your game for channeling, this is really what the question is, I think, but underneath it all is you are stretching and wanting to up your game in channeling. Yes?
Yeah, I want something more than from them besides telling me that I need to be patient and take care of my body temple, and just enjoy life right now.
All right. And then I would start to keep a journal and a log of questions that you genuinely would like information about.
Okay.
And I'm going to encourage you to reach out to me after this session and have us do a few sessions together. And I can help you in a one-on-one environment to help you really hone in on how you can manage and reach for new and more intriguing information that will excite you.
Okay.
Because it is a bit like a chase you're on. We're going to
I
let
think
go.
so.
We're going to let go of that and just have you just become aware and start to receive. Open yourself up to receive. All right. For you too are on a soul's mission and a soul's path with a certain direction that you are meant to go in. And that has to do with who you are aligning with and who your guides are and how you are participating in that soul grouping.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Which I don't
know I have owed you.
So I do have to make a session with you.
Right. And I know I have owed you a class for some time. We have just been going through so much with this last month. So we know that it is on the horizon. It is just not just stated yet into, manifested form, but it is coming and we have not forgotten about you.
No. I don't feel like I'm forgotten. I just, like I said, it's, and remembering has been coming up in a few other words from other conversations. And it's like, okay, what is this about remembering? So I will turn it into allowing and do questions and just see where we go.
And ask for very specific, smaller questions about certain subject matter. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, indeed. It is always a pleasure to see you and be in contact with you.
Thank you.
All right, Michelle, I see you. Hello, beloved one. Nice to see you and have you with us.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I love your sweetness. Your energy is so sweet. And
that took a lot. And actually, that's what my question is about. I got a Reiki healing done, a much needed one. As over here at the home, I'm alchemizing a lot of energy constantly.
Right.
So
right.
I did ask for help, and I got a Reiki healing over the weekend. And of course, all of this alchemizing and everything, I do know I'm leveling up. And the Reiki person, not Reiki, she's a friend too. So she brought up that I'm a starseed, and I said, yes, I know this. And she said that they're going to be in contact with me soon, and that they're blue, and that I need to look into blue star seeds. And the more I've been looking into it, it makes sense, because even then, like, I was feeling one part of the galaxy and she was feeling another, and then we were feeling this other thing. And so yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too.
So have you not already been in contact with these beings?
Not direct.
When is the last time you went out into your yard at night? Because you live in a place where it wouldn't be hard for you to just poke your head up.
I go outside just about every night
All
lately.
right. So I'm going to ask you to do an invocation. Invite them in if you are so willing, and feel the readiness, and feel yourself, ready to receive contact. It is not your first contact, beloved. And yes, you are part of that star family. They are already working with you and teaching you. It is just, do you want to have a conscious contact with them? A conscious relation with that they be. They are as real as you and your imagination allows them to be. They are already real. They do not need validation. It is you seeking validation. Set up a little chair, perhaps a little campfire, and create a scenario where they feel the invitation. They are already there, beloved. They work with your precious, beloved fur baby.
I was about to say Rosie's gonna be with me, and yet I was just feeling her.
Yes, he's already well aware, she is well aware of their presence, and it is kind of like understanding that it is a bit hubris of humanity to think that this is the only dimensional field seen is through your physical eyes. They're already present and willing to make that contact. They have sent you countless messages that you find humorous and surprising, but I'm really offering you the opportunity to really make contact, to engage in meaningful dialogue and conversation, to say, what is my part in this? You, like everyone here, you're going through an upgrade, you're going through, a rebirth, you are challenging the status quo. Even your own spiritual status quo is being challenged, everyone. It is time, we can be at a certain plateau. It is the complacency of our spiritual awareness that is all these cosmic events are moving us toward. So we must all, in a sense, move ourselves into the saying of yes, I'm ready. Remember, they will not really scare you or come online if, they have not been invited. And so in a way, you have to make a conscious invocation or invitation to invite them. Someone here has even asked me, can I invite them rather than invoke them? And absolutely. I'm going to ask you to spend time, and then the time is of your selection, to invite them in, but create a welcoming space for them. And right now your home is a bit confining for them. It feels like outdoors, while there is still, the what the weather is compatible for this, is to create that awareness and that interaction to occur in your yard.
Yeah,
and they will come, beloved. They will come. They want to come.
Want to go next step up? Well,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
And I have noticed that it's hard for me to get messages in the house. I mean, I, can hear like mine, and then the cycle and cycle and cycle of the, just bringing the dark, bring into light, bring dark to light. And as soon as I leave the house for whatever, even a 10-minute, whatever, that's when I'm getting all my downloads.
Right. Yeah. Your house has a lot going on in it. Okay. So just be aware that it could use a bit of a cleanse, even if it is just your room, your place, but open the windows and, regularly allow that. But you, beloved, to have this occurrence, you need to almost set up your own temple, a little sanctuary, a chair.
Yeah. I have been going a little nuts right now, wanting to clean up the backyard.
Oh,
like intense.
So
like
this
I
will,
got to do this, got to do that.
all right. So this will be a twofer for you.
Mhm.
A dual purpose. Two
Yeah.
things in one, where you will be able to take care of one thing and also have it become an accommodation, a vehicle, a portal in a sense. Your backyard is a portal, beloved.
Yep. And apparently Rosie loves it because she loves laying in it all day, sleeping while I work.
All right. I hope this is helpful for you, and do not be surprised. And please reach out and let us know if something happens that's, you want to discuss. We are always available to you.
Yeah, this is kind of like I know it, but it's kind of like a whoa, and then it's like where, when, as the little research I've done, I'm like, they're kind of everywhere, and I do feel like I'm everywhere.
Right.
Too.
Right.
Like there's a little bit of Atlantis, I feel. There's a little bit of Palladium that I feel. There's a little Asturian, I feel. There's a little this, I feel.
Well, you are, again, you are a master, not in disguise. And sometimes we disguise it from ourselves. And, your empathic skills and all that you know about yourself, this is not something you do not already know how to do.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to expand, and that is the force field around you right now. It's like forcing you to expand. It is like a little baby, growing, and it cannot help but grow. Even if you don't witness the growth every day, all of you are growing. Okay. You are all growing without, the conscious knowledge that you're growing and expanding as you do your spiritual work. So I hope that is satisfactory and has answered your inquiry, and we wish you well, and we know that it will be a wonderful a reunion of sorts, beloved. An energy of reunion.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Sorry, I'm tired.
Enjoy your blue beings. I won't give it away who they are yet, but you come back and tell us. All right.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. If anybody has any other questions, please, now is the last opportunity. Raise your hand and let us know before we relinquish. And it is a pleasure seeing all of you here. This is the end this month. Just be aware that the month of August is ending, and it is fostering much needed balance and discipline. And many of you are already feeling it, but it is the focused attention for the road ahead of you. You can expect, without any incident, if you choose to, that your intuition, your psychic abilities, each and every one of you here, you're being drawn here because you are being compelled to reach higher levels of certainty and introspection and revelatory new perspectives about your soul's journey. Next week, or excuse me, this week, there will be a planetary alignment that is occurring that will leave behind this, what you have just come through. And so I am going to invite you all, not invoke, invite you all to embark on your own path of self-discovery and growth and transformation. Please remember, beloved ones, that you are, each and every one of you, you are part of a much larger cacophony and symphony connect to the universe. You can consciously tune into this. There is infinite wisdom for someone who asks, you know, how can I upgrade my wisdom seeking? Tune into the cosmic dance that is already occurring all around you and become transformed by it. It's absolutely possible. This month was extraordinarily difficult energetically. And so know that it is coming to an end with this new 6 planet, they're calling it an alignment, where you have 6 planets, that it is a cosmic occurrence that is very unique. And it creates a unique energy signature for all of you to ride the energies through and to release and relinquish some of the emotional and energetic tension and anxiety that you have all been experiencing and suffering these last several weeks. And it has been several weeks, make no mistake about that. So we wish you well. If anyone needs anything, please reach out to Connie. She's available to assist you to navigate and move yourselves through this morass of, you know, challenge. It is all from the heart, beloveds. Focus, when in doubt, focus on the heart. You are all being asked to move from the thinking mind and the mental capacity into your heart. Think with your heart, please. Don't take action without filtering it through your heart. All right, and we will return next month to all of you to answer your questions. We have Soul Magic coming up. We have a retreat in Shasta that we are conducting at the beginning of October, and we will have more channeling classes coming in October, late September and October. So those of you that are in class with us now, thank you for being here. You're all doing well, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. All right, namaste, good evening, blessed be.
Thank you so much, Connie. Good night.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you again for being
Thank
here.
you.
Lots of chatter and thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you. Mwah. So much love. So much love to all of you. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Michelle. Look like you're in daytime, Michelle.
Yeah.
Sun hasn't set. I'm seeing you in the darkness, so I was seeing you at night.
Yeah, it's getting there in about maybe an hour, hour and a half.
All right.
Right now I'm at the front yard watching all the people leave from whatever sports thing they had.
Right. Well, they're telling me to get out there at night when it's very dark.
All right.
All right.
I've been doing
Later.
that lately.
Good.
I'll
Ciao,
get some quiet
everybody.
at that
Take
time.
care.
Ciao.